That and the Mavericks have lost 5, 6 games, like we talked about early in the show. Dude, I don't know what's going on with the Mavericks, but it's not looking great right now.
I
Their
mean,
clutch offense does not have the right gel. They've benched Josh Green for Justin Holiday, which is ugly. They just lost the Pacers at home. Are you serious?
we
Like,
know what's going on, John. It doesn't it doesn't work. This matchup doesn't work.
but
All
they
right.
just got Maxi Kleber back off his
They don't
torn
have
hamstring.
they don't have a good, defense.
They have Maxi Kleber
You want a cookie?
and Reggie Bullock
That's nice.
and Josh Green.
That's doing nothing for me.
Well,
Because this
that
offense
was
still
the
doesn't
majority
work.
of their parts in last year when they were a
Because
top 10.
if you also want to look at, well, they're not right now. If you also want to look at the fourth quarter stats, seems Jason Kidd has made his mind up that Kyrie is the closer of this team.
I don't know what Jason Kidd's doing, dude.
Don't
I
know how
really don't.
Luca feels about that.
Well, I think Luke is a team player and he's happy to have Kyrie, so he's welcome and willing to embrace maybe a complimentary role at times and just make the right play. If that means Kyrie takes the last shot, he takes the last shot. Kyrie is an NBA champion, an Olympic gold medalist. Kyrie has the gravitas to take the last shot, and
Yeah,
so does
no,
Luca.
100%. But this is Luca's team.
It is. Oh, it is.
And I mean, I was just looking at, I don't disagree with that. I was just saying, dive into the. I know you like looking at numbers. Dive into the numbers of the fourth quarter since they've played with each other, and look at how many shots Kyrie's getting. Look how many shots Luka's getting. It's a very big, disparage this gap. Okay, it's a big gap.
Disparity is the word you're looking
Disparity.
for there. You're trying to toggle through. Yeah,
Listen, it's just not looking. I predicted this from the start. It's not going to work. It's not a good fit.
you don't think they can, with 20 games left, figure out this clutch offense? That's the issue. Of these 5 losses, all 5 have been within 9 points or less. 2 points, three, 5, 9. Like, they literally need to figure that out. And once that's sorted through, there is not a team that at their peak is more deadly offensively. When it rains this Mavericks team, Brandon, it pours and no one can beat them. But hell, when it's not pouring, oh God, is
I
it
disagree with
a
that.
desert?
I disagree with that. I think the Suns offensively can match it. I think the Nuggets offensively can match it. I think the Warriors at full strength can offensively match it. And two out of those, the Denver, a little bit less than the other two, but the Suns and the Warriors have better defenses than Dallas right now.
So you made a point. Kyrie is taking more shots in the fourth quarter than Luka Doncic. What's up with that? And their loss versus the Pacers in the fourth quarter. Luka in the fourth took 3 shots. Kyrie took 8. In their fourth quarter debacle, a 27-point absolute collapse, Kyrie took 7 in the fourth. Luka took 5. They each had 6 points. We then shift to their 9-point Denver loss, where Kyrie did not play, and we can kind of throw that aside.
Mhm.
How about their loss versus the Minnesota Timberwolves by 3 points, where there's the infamous play of Jaden McDaniels and Anthony Edwards switching onto those 2 guards and shutting them down the final possession. Well, in that game, Kyrie took 12 shots in the fourth quarter, made 11 of them, by the
Yes.
way, 26 in the fourth, which is pretty crazy, and
Yeah.
Luka took 1 shot. Hey, look, when the man's cooking,
Yeah.
we'll let him cook. And the last game against the Kings, a 5-point loss, 133 to 128. Game went to overtime. The Kings pulled through. Well, Kyrie took 12 shots and Luka took 7. Kyrie finished with 14. Luka finished with 6.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not saying if Kyrie got the hot hand, let him cook, right? I'm not saying Kyrie doesn't deserve to take, shots in the fourth quarter or sometimes take more or take the last shot. He's earned that right. He's Kyrie freaking Irving. All I'm saying is this was Luka's team. This still is Luka's team. You do not think that Luka is those are how many games in a row have they played together that it's not like it's going back and forth or you go it's pretty apparent Kyrie is getting more of the work in the fourth quarter. Do you think Luka's okay with that? Like maybe he's okay with it for now. If this continues, I don't see how he's going to be okay with taking a back seat to Kyrie Irving every single time. Like once in a while, I think he's fine with it. But every time, it just
That's what helped the Cavaliers come back from a 3-1 deficit in the finals.
what Kyrie taking over.
Kyrie going hand in hand with LeBron,
Oh, and that's what, yeah, going back and hand. Yes, yeah, that's what they need to figure out. And I mean, there's that infamous play. I think their first game together late in the fourth quarter where they basically play hot potato with the ball.
That was time before where Judy
Yeah,
McDaniels and Ant
yeah.
switched onto them and locked them up.
Neither of them wanted to take the shot.
That's the
So,
sound of selflessness, isn't it not?
so much selflessness. Yeah, sure.
Why are you laughing like that? Like Luka's not this elite level playmaker. It sets up his teammates to
Yeah.
thrive. He makes all of his teammates better, and that's going to include Kyrie, as we've seen. The gravity of those two playing off of one another is pretty awesome.
What's their record together?
Oh boy, don't do this to me. It's 1-5.
Yeah, it is. So I mean,
We're technically not together because Kyrie missed one of those games.
okay, well, still they're
Against
not
the
winning
Nuggets.
games, all right, and they've got to talk. I mean, dude, they play the Sixers tonight, right? They got to deal with Embiid.
Oh
Who's
god,
guarding
Brandon, that's the
Embiid on that
bigger
team,
issue.
John?
Dwight Powell.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
they play the Suns. They got KD and Aiton to deal with.
I'm not as worried about that matchup because Maxi Kleber's back.
Yeah, sure.
Maxi Kleber is a quality defender. Now he's coming off a torn hamstring muscle, which he should not be playing this soon, which is kind of crazy he is. But he looked good. He had a monster dunk, and the crowd went crazy. He had 9 points last night, went 4 or 2 nights ago versus the Pacers, 4 of 6. Kleber is a really good starting player, really good defender that complements those two guys. I think between him and Josh Green, once he comes back into the starting lineup, the Mavericks defensively can hold up on the perimeter, and they can limit some drives. It's just a matter of, damn, dude, once you get to the paint, it's done with. Like,
Yeah.
Dwight Powell is not a starting center by any
Because
stretch.
this month, the first game of March, they play the Sixers, Embiid, obviously.
Yeah.
Middle of March, they have to play the Lakers in LA, Anthony Davis. And then the end of March, the last game of their March schedule, they go to Philly and play Embiid and the Sixers again. Those, I think, I'm honestly penciling as three. Definitely the Sixers are losses.
Yeah.
The Lakers, if it's a winnable game for them, but if AD goes off like I think we all expect him, he should in that type of game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that they can beat the Lakers
They can.
if AD goes off.
What if Luka goes off?
He can go off,
He will.
and then he'll won't shoot in the fourth quarter, and Kyrie will shoot.
That and Jared Vanderbilt and Anthony Davis will put him in a straight jacket.